concert was phenomenal. I enjoyed it so much. It was, Franco, your voice is phenomenal. And no, you and Alessandro should be singing all over the world. You will make a beautiful Otello. Wow.
Spoken to one soprano who also sang with Corelli. You did sing with Corelli.
Sang a 3 years of Turandot.
I wanted to ask you about Corelli. Did he have a good technique or a bad technique? Your opinion?
He was more natural. He sang very natural, more a natural voice.
A lot of people think that he had a great technique because he sang with such an ease, and whenever we have recording, of course, not on the recording, what is technique then?
The best technique, Franco, is to sing natural, because people, they say, put it here, don't put it here, put it in the nose, put it in the back, put it in the front.
Yeah.
The most natural way to sing, the greatest singers, they always sing natural. You sing natural.
Thank you very much.
You sing natural, it's free sound. There's no manufacture, there's no faults. You don't get tight in the chin, you don't put it in the nose. It's natural singing. That's the best.
Thank you. I wanted to ask you one particular question, because you are a great singer and you are a great coach. I've seen your documentary that you gave it to me.
Yeah.
And I knew you were, but it actually was a beautiful documentary. They made a beautiful work.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yes, and I wanted to ask you about the breathing, just, briefly. Do you support your voice? How do you feel you support it?
The breathing, that's what supports the voice. When we talk regular, we don't breathe so deep, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But when you sing, you have to have that deep breathing, because that will support your voice.
Yeah, well,
I always believe that to breathe more in the back, to breathe natural, but more in the back.
More in the back.
The back has the strength to support the voice.
A lot of sopranos think that when you support your voice, you should push in.
I never did anything like that. I don't even know what they're talking about.
So it's, but there is an opposite school that they say you push down a little bit.
Yes, down I agree, because you want to down, but not to push in.
Brava.
You get all tense, you get tight.
Exactly. Well, it's interesting, and Maria, thank you very much, because that's what I discovered years ago when we met. You remember that I showed my Otello to you?
Yeah.
That's what I discovered. I was reading how Corelli did it, how a lot of great singers did it, from the interview of Jerome Hines, and I was trying to understand. Now, the argument, I spoke with a very famous soprano. She was an American diva. She's, I think, older than Maria Callas. 87 years old.
Anna Olivero in Milano. She's in a retirement, the Verde retirement home, Casa Verde.
Oh, yes? Oh.
Yeah, she's 96.
Oh, my goodness.
And she's still giving lessons.
Oh, yes.
No, like this. Oh! She showed it to everybody.
That's so funny. And so I spoke weird because she was in Georgia years ago when I was a student, just in third year, and I was still pushing and thinking. But I was the only student who knew English, and I was lucky to be her guide, and so we got very friendly, and since that we had a very good relationship. She sang with Corelli, with Di Stefano, with you name it, with Del Monaco. She was a big time metropolitan star. I asked her about breathing, and
same thing?
No, she said the opposite. When I mentioned pushing down, she said it's absolutely wrong, because it goes against the flow of the air.
Oh, that's bullshit. I have a tenor that his voice is coming along fantastic. He has no high notes, so I make him sit down. He's sitting down to sing high notes, because I wanted to have that feeling that he's pushing down, that he's breathing low, and he gets all his high notes.
Bravo.
Oh, yes. They breathe low, but then they reach.
Yes.
I mean, the breath goes up again. They reach it, that's why they start struggling.
Well,
but what do you push in? That's so unnatural. What do you push in? I never heard my teacher. He was a baritone. He was my teacher.
Oh, yes?
He would never tell me that. He was a baritone, and he could sing a high C with no problem. He opened his mouth, and this baritone is sing a high C.
Yes,
I think he was 89.
I even looked at it from scientific point of view, and I can prove that your point of view is scientifically proven, not only by natural and instinct. Because when you push in, you only have one directional push, which is very uncontrolled. Whenever you
get very tight.
You get very tight, exactly. But when you try to push down or even aside something, that makes a more multi-directional control.
Best breathing is very low breathing, and when you breathe very low, your soft palate comes up.
Bravo.
Like yawning.
Interesting point that, of course, when I talk about some sopranos who use this and not successfully, that push inside, I see the wrong point of it, but the soprano that I've spoken with, that's Phyllis Curtin, she had a very good technique, and I was wondering if that's just the sensation. Maybe she's not using pushing it, but she thinks that she's doing it. Is it possible?
Maybe she's thinking, but it's so unnatural. You can't do that when you're breathing. You can't push in. Well, you're going to push in. Might be in your mind, but not in the body.
I mean, so many schools are so different schools, so many teachers disagree, and I'm not talking about ignorant teachers, I'm talking about people with experience, but they do disagree somehow. Do you know the reason why great teachers or that were former singers disagree on the way to explain things?
Teachers in the world, it's been always the people that they already went through all the singing. They've been on the stage. A lot of the singers, they get their degree, and they're not very good teachers, vocal teachers, because they don't know. They never went through.
They went through the more natural thing, and they just, like Corelli. I heard that Corelli was quite, that's my idol, but he was a lousy teacher. Have you ever attended his master classes?
No. So what would he say?
Well, they say that Corelli, first of all, he was talking about two specific, or alveolus, something about the throat, some kind of mechanism that nobody understands, of course. On the psychological side, he was very negative. He could have put you down like cold shower. He could have done it so you forget about singing.
But a lot of teachers do that.
Oh, yes?
They say, why you want to sing? Oh, because I love it. Don't you know, the hardest this business, kills them completely their confidence. That's the worst you can do.
That's true.
You don't know the encouragement, what difference can make it to a student. I had a woman came with no voice at all. She used to take some lessons from somebody they were trying to make her soprano. She was screaming, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I took her voice down. She's a mezzo now. Now she's singing arias. She sings Pavarotti and Euridice. She sings arias and duets.
Un bel di vedremo.
Yes, I saw that. So sweet of you.
Oh, it's my pleasure, because I also want people to understand how great you are. It's amazing. There are comments already. People understand that how is it possible that soprano has such a, among other things, I'm not talking about expression, you're a great actress, you're just perfect for butterfly. It's very difficult to find good butterfly because you have to be lyrico spinto.
Yeah.
And at the same time you have to be a small woman. How can you find this?
Yeah.
It's very difficult. And your diction is amazing.
Yeah.
Sometimes diction affects the flow, the legato. I've heard some singers have great diction, but there's no legato.
Yeah.
And those who have great legato, like Cavalier, she has no diction. I mean, I exaggerate, but it's true. I mean, it's Cavalier had.
Look, Sutherland.
Sutherland. Yeah, and when I listen to you, it's amazing because, and I'm not just complimenting you because I'm your friend. I was surprised. Your diction is so crispy. You can write the words, and there is no disruption in legato.
My teacher used to say, diction makes the bel canto.
Oh, you see.
With diction, you sing well.
When are you coming to Montreal?
After the boys. Okay.
Okay, so mille baci da parte mia.
Anche da te, and if I send you email in Italian, you read Italian.
I do, yes, I do.
Yeah. Baci.
Baci.